everyone, welcome to our Scratch session. I am Nefis and we are the Futures Infinite team. I'll be taking you through a Scratch project called Catch the Bus. In this project, you are creating a game where the player moves to catch a bus before time runs out. We'll have 3 sprites and 1 backdrop. Sprites are just characters that we use to create our project, and backdrop is just a background image that you use to make your stage more appealing. Now let me briefly show you how our game will look like. This here is how our game will look like. When this green flag will be clicked, my sprites will move towards the bus and they will board the bus before the bus disappears. Just simple. Yeah, that's that. Okay. Now let's add our 3 sprites and our 1 backdrop. So what I'll do is I'll come here to my backdrop list and then I'll select a backdrop called Night City. You just click on whichever backdrop you like and then it will add it automatically to your stage. Yeah. After that, you see here the cat sprite is automatically added to your project by default. So I'll just delete it so that I can show you how to add sprites manually. I'll come here to my sprites list and then I'll add my cat sprite. I will reduce my cat sprite size to 50 and then I'll place it here. Now I'll come to my next sprite, not backdrop. City bus. City bus, I'll place it around here. Yeah, perfect. And then I'll add my last sprite, which is hippo sprite. I'll reduce its size to 50. Yeah. Okay, now let's start by populating our coding area. This here is our coding area. I'll use certain blocks from my left side to create my sprite, my cat sprite, or to make my cat sprite move across the screen. First, I'll drag when green flag is clicked. What do I want my cat to do? I want my cat to always start at a certain position. I'll come here under motion. I'll drag and drop this block here. After that, I'll add point in direction block so that here, this block. The point in direction block makes your cat turn or face a certain position. Facing the right side. I want my cat to face the left side. I'll just change this value to -90. You can play with this hand clock or pointer here like that, and it will automatically adjust your value to -90. And then I'll add a -90 there, just a negative. After that, you see our cat has flipped upside down. I don't want my cat to do that. I want my cat to face left without flipping upside down. I'll come here to this button and make sure I have activated this button. This makes your cart not to flip upside down. Okay. Now I want my cart to move a certain distance. How can I achieve that? I'll come under loops here, this control block. I'll take this loop and drag it here. After this, I'll come under motion. Since I want my cart to move certain steps, I'll come under motions and drag and drop this block here. This block actually means these instructions inside the loop will run 10 times. Since the move block runs 10 times, the cart moves a total 100 steps across the screen. It's 10 times these 10 steps here. Okay, but I need to change these values so that my cart repeats until it's at a certain position here around my bus. So I'll use around 35, and for my steps I'll use 5 steps. So let me show you briefly what I mean. Yeah, perfect. My cart is just near this bus door. Okay, what do I do next? I'll add a next block. You see now our cart is boring. It doesn't make any animation. It's like it's gliding towards the bus. But I want my cart to have that animation effect. How will I achieve that? I'll come here under looks, and then I'll drag and drop this block here, so that each time my green flag is clicked, my cart will start at this position. It will point in direction -90. It will repeat 175 steps and then change to the next costume. Let's see. Yeah, perfect. Okay, this repeat block here is a simple example of using a loop in Scratch. Instead of writing 35 separate move blocks, we use a repeat block to make the code shorter and more efficient. Now let's move to our next sprite, hippo. I'll use the same code blocks as the cat with a few modifications. The hippo will point towards the city bus. It will repeat maybe a number of times, move certain steps, and switch to the next costume to create a flying animation. Okay, let me show you what I mean in simple terms. I'll come under events. I'll drag and drop when green flag is clicked. Of course, I'll want my hippo sprite to always start at a certain position, this position that it is in now. So I'll drag and drop this block here, and then after that I'll want my hippo to point towards the city bus. After that I'll introduce the repeat loop and the move block. I'll change this to around 40 and this to around maybe 6 steps. Let's see. No, that's a lot. Let me reduce it to around 35. Yeah, that's better. It's just near the door. After that, you see our hippo is not making any animation. So I'll drag and drop under looks the next costume block so that our hippo will have that flying animation. That's what I mean. Yeah, perfect. When we click this green flag, we want to make sure our hippo and our cat sprite have entered the bus. And how will we achieve that? We'll use these two blocks here, the hide and show block. The hide block will make our hippo disappear. It will give us that impression that the hippo has entered the bus. And the show block will make sure the hippo is visible at the start of the game. So I'll just drag and drop this here, and I'll drag and drop our show block here. Okay, let me show you. Yeah, perfect. Okay, that was that for our hippo. But you see now our cat is not disappearing. We need also to add the hide and show block to our cat. So what I'll do, I'll come here and click our cat sprite and add the hide and show block to our cat. Yeah, it's that simple. Perfect, they both disappear. Each time the green flag is clicked, they will appear, and then after they have entered the bus, they'll disappear. Yeah, that's that. Now let's populate the coding area for our city bus. For our city bus, I want when green flag is clicked, I want my city bus to always start at this certain position. After that, I want my city bus to wait maybe for 2 seconds, not all 3 seconds. This makes sure all the sprites have boarded the bus. And then it will give the sprite extra time to board the bus. And then after this, I'll want my sprite, my city bus here, to glide towards this position. This position. Glide is just to move. Yeah, it will just move towards this position. Okay. It is at x coordinate to 79 and y negative 31. Okay, I'll drag and drop this here. After that, I'll add the hide and show block. I'll add the hide, and then I'll add the show block so that each time the bus reaches this position, we'll assume it has gone to the next station. So, that's what I mean. Okay, you see now there's an error somewhere. Our hippo is going behind the bus. We don't want that. I'll add this block here. Under looks, there's this block. We'll make our bus to go to the back layer. Just click this drop down list here and so that each time this green flag is clicked, the hippo is not entering the bus through the back, but through the front door. Yeah. Maybe this time I'll add a sound. Each time the sound is played, it will alert the passengers like, hey, hurry up. It's just a honk sound. I'll drag and drop it here. And then I'll also add another sound here. This is just to make the game more lively. So let me briefly show you what I mean. Yeah, that's that. Okay, now we have come to the end of our Scratch session, Catch the Bus. We have learned how to create and program sprites, how to use motion blocks to move characters, how to use loops to repeat actions, and how to use costume changes to create animation effects. We also learned about hide and show block, which can simulate passengers walking the bus and disappearing once they board. This makes the animation look more realistic and engaging. Okay, yeah, thank you for joining me in this class session. I hope you enjoyed learning and creating this project. Keep practicing, keep exploring new ideas, and most importantly, have fun coding with Scratch. See you in the next lesson. Goodbye.